Hello everyone, this is Rishali, and today we will learn about the next topic, that is concept of logistic and linear regression. In my last videos, we learned about introductions of machine learning, their types, some basic videos like features, dimensionality reduction, then binary classification, multi-class classification. So I have mentioned the link of that videos in below description box. Now let's see what is meant by concept of logistic and linear regression. Okay, so first we will learn about linear regression versus logistic regression. So basically these are the two famous machine learning algorithms, and these algorithms used under the supervised learning technique because they take a supervised data as an input and then perform some manipulations on this data and generate a classification result. That's why these algorithms are under the supervised learning technique. So these algorithms use labeled dataset to make the prediction, and the difference between these two algorithms are mainly linear regression algorithm used for solving regression problem and logistic regression algorithm used for solving the classification problem. See in this below diagram, the first one is linear regression. Okay, linear regression used for solving regression problem. So see here, regression generate a continuous values. For example, temperature is continuously changed, stock price is continuously changed. So at that time, these are the examples of regression, right? So it shows all the data in regression in continuously format. And next one is logistic regression. Logistic regression classify the data according the features. They generate a two possible outcomes, right? So the second image is represent the logistic regression. So again, I will explain in more detail next. So before starting, before move forward, the next concept is dependent and independent variable. Okay. So what is dependent variable and what is independent variable? See, in this diagram, there are on x-axis there are experience, right? And on y-axis there is salary. So salary is depend on your experience, right? If your experience is increases, then your salary is also increases, right? So salary is dependent variable. Salary is depend on experience. So salary is dependent variable and experience is independent variable. So this is the concept of dependent and independent variable. So independent variable is generally called input or predictors. For example, experience. The particular variable don't depend on other features, right? And salary means salaries depend on experience. So salary is the output or response that will be depend on independent variable. So this is the concept of dependent and independent variable. Now let's see some more information about logistic regression. So logistic regression, machine learning algorithm, supervised learning technique, and used for classification purpose. So logistic regression generally use categorical dependent variables. For example, either 0 or 1. So they use categorical dependent variable, means they generate a result in classification format. And logistic regression also used when probabilities between the two classes is required. For example, true, false, positive, negative, true classes are required, right? So at that time, logistic regression particular diagram is generated. So for example, rain today or not, and it shows the maximum likelihood estimation. See here in this diagram, the four dots are there, right? The middle line is called as logistic regression, and upper green dots are represent one class and below green dots are represent another class, right? And this is the equation of logistic regression. Actually in Python there is a particular method is used for logistic regression. So this method is a built-in, and this is the logic of this particular method. So see here, the middle value is called as threshold value, means they properly classify the data between the two parts. So this is a work of logistic regression representation. And next one is a linear regression representation. So again, this is also a machine learning algorithm, supervised learning technique, and solving regression problem. But generally linear regression used for predicting the continuous dependent variable with the help of independent variable and relationship between them. And see here in this diagram, on x-axis there is experience, on y-axis there is salary. So if your experience is increases, salaries also increases. So salaries depend on your experience, right? So what is the work of linear regression? Linear regression to find out the best fit line. See, the green dot represents the values. For example, the green dots in the line of two x-axis, two of x-axis, okay? And also there is a the dot is present in between 2 and I think just is it 30,000, right? So this green dot represent a 2 years of experience and 30,000 salary in this way. Next, see here in the line of 10, x-axis 10, and the dot is represented is just near to 11,000, right? Sorry, there is a 11 lakh. So at that time this green dot represent a particular salary of when the experience is 10 years, right? So in this way regression values are shown, means salary is depend on experience, means dependent variable, there is a relationship between dependent variable and independent variable, and all the relationship should be in linear nature. So the goal of linear regression is to find out the best fit line and accurate predictor output. And there are some examples of linear regression like continuous value, means price, age, salary. That will be a continuous value that will be depend on some particular objects, right? So in regression line can be written as this y equal to a0 plus a1x plus summation. Means a0 and a1 are the coefficient. For example, dependent and independent variables. So this is a work of linear regression to find out the best fit line in between the data set, and they show the relationship between dependent and independent variable. This curve line is called as a particular classification data, right? Then there is a some least square estimation method is used, and there is a maximum likelihood estimation method is used for calculating the accuracy. So we will learn this method in the next unit. Then output of linear regression must be continuous value, and there is a categorical value. Linear regression required the relationship between dependent and independent variable, and here in logistic regression there is a relationship is not required, right? Because they classify the data. And in linear regression there may be collinearity between the independent variable, and logistic regression there is a collinearity between independent variable. There is a no need to collinearity, right? So these are the difference between linear and regression, logistic regression, and these algorithms we will learn in next some units, and these algorithms are used as per the requirements. So this is all about concepts of linear and logistic regression. Thank you.